Hello, my name is Precious Vines Harris, and I am the single maven. Welcome back to my series, Holiday Gifts on a Dime. Today, we're going to make hot chocolate gift jars. Stay tuned. All right, so these are our materials. We're going to start with clean mason jars. I have those here. You can get the medium-sized mason jars or large if you would like. I have the tops. Also, I have the actual silicone molds that I'm going to use. These are going to be for our mini chocolate pieces. And then I have the larger silicone mold that we're going to use for the white chocolate pieces. You're going to need some chocolate bark, so you can get the white chocolate bark and the milk chocolate bark. You're going to need some unsweetened cocoa, marshmallows, measuring cups. Also, you're going to need bowls and you're going to need sugar. Okay. Now, you want to get your materials together for your actual gifting wrapping part of it. So what I'm doing is using ribbon that I already have. I have some ribbon that I purchased after Christmas on sale. I probably paid like 25 cents for this ribbon. I just picked up a couple of packs. That's the white ribbon. I have the twine ribbon, and also I have one that says Believe. I have some gift tags that I got for free in the mail. And then I also have my vinyl that I have that I'm going to cut out and use on the top of the jar lid. I have tags that I already had purchased like probably years ago. And I have some gift bows if you would like gift bows, just some ideas of what you can use, and another tag that I have as well. So these are items you should have together for the actual gift wrapping part of your project. Okay? Okay, so what you're going to do first is you're going to cut your chocolate up. So I'm cutting my chocolate up into smaller pieces, so when you melt it in the microwave, it doesn't take as long. So you can definitely use white chocolate. You can do milk chocolate. I have colored chocolate as well that I'm going to use for another project. So just gather your chocolate and then put it in your bowls. And then we are going to put it in the microwave to melt. All right, so I'm going to let you see what it looks like. This is a very imperfect picture. And in hindsight, I should have used a piping bag. I didn't. So it looks a little wonky, but I think it's going to come out great because all of the actual extra residual chocolate is not going to be attached to the mold, if that makes sense. Plus, you can use an X-Acto knife or a regular paring knife to like firm it up a little bit. But we're going to put this in the refrigerator and then let it set and come back and pop them out. Now, as you can see, I've melted my white chocolate. I'm going to put it inside of a plastic cup, line your plastic cup with a Ziploc bag. I have actual piping bags, but for some reason, I can't find them. So I'm going to use this in lieu of. So just basically get a red Solo cup, put your plastic Ziploc bag inside of it, pour your chocolate inside of that, and then you're going to pull it up, seal it, and cut the tip off to actually pipe it inside of your mold, okay? So I'm going to actually pour the chocolate in now, get everything sealed up, and come back. Okay, so this is what I have. It did not work exactly the way I would like for it to work, but nevertheless, I smoothed it out with the knife on top, and this is what I have here. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge and let it set, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, so while we're waiting for our chocolate to set, what we're going to do now is we're going to start filling our jars. So like I said, these jars I think are about 12 ounces. You can't really see it, but the measurement's on the side. So what we're going to do, the recipe calls for a half of cup of sugar to a half a cup of unsweetened cocoa. Now, in hindsight, looking on the back of the box, it says 1/2 cup of sugar to 1/4 cup of cocoa. But with this recipe on the back of the box, you're actually using vanilla extract in addition to the sugar. So it changes it up a little bit. But this is definitely to taste, meaning you can put more or less sugar or ingredients when you actually utilize the hot cocoa or hot chocolate jar. So what I'm going to do now is I have a 1/4 cup measuring spoon. And I am going to put it inside of the jar, which I should have gotten my funnel. Give me 1 second. I'm going to come back with my funnel. I'm back now with my funnel. So we're going to do 1/4 cup of sugar. It's going to be 3/4 cups total. So we're going to do 3 of the 1/4 cups. So this is our second one. And let me get most of it in here. This is our third one. I put a little bit more because I didn't level that one off. So we can make sure that it's kind of leveled here. Not kind of, but as much as possible leveled in the jar. So just tap it. Because we want to have the layering effect when we finish with it. So now we are going to move to the cocoa. So we're going to do, like I said again, 3/4 cup of cocoa. And I should have gotten my, hold on a second. All right. So I just got a butter knife to kind of level it off. All right. So that's 1/4 cup here. And this is definitely a little bit thicker than the sugar. So you may have to play around with it. And let me get 1/4 cup again of the cocoa. And I am learning through the process of doing this actual DIY that this is my first time doing it, that I may have to change up how I do my chocolate because actually me piping it was not working and me utilizing the little dropper that they gave me with the silicone molds was not working as well. So I'm going to have to practice on that, but it's okay. It's a DIY, something you can do at home, play around with. And definitely comment below and let me know if there are simpler ways to do it because I'm in no way an expert with any of this. So I'm going to poke this in to get it actually inside of the jar and then I'm going to come back. Okay. All right. So I have made 2 of the jars now. You can see this. You see the layering effect. I have the sugar on the bottom and then the cocoa here. So for what purposes of what we're doing 3/4 cup of sugar and then 3/4 cup of the unsweetened hot chocolate in the jars. Okay. All right. So now we have taken everything out of the molds. I had to discard some of it, but that's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a practice run and it is a gift made with love, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I love these molds though with the chocolate. It looks like little half-eaten chocolate pieces that has milk written on the front of it. So I think these are super cute. And then I have the white chocolate with these. They almost look like little marshmallows, oval marshmallows with the milk chocolate and the white chocolate. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a 1/2 cup of the marshmallows inside of the actual jars. So you can add more or less, but the recipe I'm following is like a 1/2 cup, right? So you put a 1/2 cup in, have a couple more left, put those in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add in our white chocolate and our milk chocolate. So I'm going to try to do this evenly. I'm going to add about 4. Well, I'll do the milk chocolate first and then I'll do the white chocolate so I can have the layered effect. So we're going to add in the milk chocolate in each one of those. And then we're going to actually add in the white chocolate, which hopefully I have enough room here because we're getting kind of low on space. So I'll add a couple of the white chocolate pieces. And then we're going to add in the little chocolate, half-eaten chocolate bars. I think those are super, super duper cute. We're going to add those in as well. So we have those finished. And then we're going to pop our lids on. So I just want you to kind of see what we have here. I'll pull the camera up. This is the layered effect of the jars. So you can see we have the sugar at the bottom. We have the unsweetened cocoa powder. We have the marshmallows. We have the chocolate, milk chocolate, the white chocolate on top. And then I'm going to pop over to the next section. We're going to do the tags. All right, so what I did was actually take the lids of the actual jars and just put some vinyl on top, red and green. You can do whatever color you desire. We can take the actual rings and screw them on top of the jars to seal them tight. And then I made the tags. So I already had these tags. And like I said, I got the 2 from Sticky Tags stickers free in the mail. So I just used those. And I have the ribbon. I cut that as well. So what I'm going to do now is just tie the ribbon around the jar. And then I'm going to put the tag on top of it and we are done. So this is a quick and easy way to make a gift at home. I mean, I think this one was a little bit more challenging because I've been multitasking at the same time that I've been doing this project. So in hindsight, I probably would say that I would use a different method to pipe the chocolate. And also, I would probably have preset that ahead of time. So that way I could save myself a little bit of time. But this is the first time I'm doing this project. So I'm learning as I'm going. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the great thing about these type of projects. You don't have to make them perfect to have a gift with love. So I'm just going to cut the ends off of the ribbon. And then I'm going to tie the string around. Let me just curl this a little bit so you can kind of see what we have. And straighten it up a little bit because it looks a little bit big on one side, but well, this is a relatively inexpensive gift to give someone. I think it's a cute little gift too. You can do something like this year round. It doesn't necessarily have to be for the holiday. You can do it for a birthday. If you have some type of retreat or just because. So I'm going to string the actual tag inside and then we're going to tie that and we're going to be done. Okay. So let me tie this. And you can actually cut the extra ribbon off if you would like. You can do a double bow or you can cut the extra. I'm just going to cut the extra off since I already have a big bow. But if you just wanted to use the twine in lieu of the big bow, you can definitely do that. Sometimes people say less is more. I'm a go big or go home type of person. So this is what it looks like with the actual tag. I'll probably play around with the bow, but I'm going to actually fix the other one. And you'll be able to see it in the final scene. I'll take a screenshot of it. So thanks so much for joining me for this holiday DIY on a dime, making the hot chocolate jars. If you have not done so, like this post, comment below and let me know if you're going to try this and also share with a friend. In addition, I'm trying to get my subscriber number up to 500 by the end of the year. So I do encourage you to subscribe if you've not done so. Thanks so much for joining me. Until next time.